No, you started, sir. Recorded.
Yes. Yeah, make it full screen, sir.
Okay, sir.
Fine.
Okay. A very good evening to all. This is Dr. Venugopal from Indian Institute of Plantation Management. It is my great pleasure, honor to welcome you all for CPDP program, that is a continuous professional development program on digital food and agribusiness during 23rd of January to 3rd of February 2023, sponsored by the Atal Academy, IICT New Delhi. Coming to our institute, we are from Indian Institute of Plantation Management, Bengaluru. We are autonomous organization under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. And IIPMB is an specialized sector business school having in academic specialization of agribusiness and plantation, commodities, food processing, and agri-export management based upon new model, that is 4I, intensive institute industry interaction with the strong vision to become a global renowned center of excellence in agri and food business, importing a research-based management education, a training and research and consultancy to business and society. And the proposed event aimed to enlighten to the young minds towards the development of nation through the Make in India mission in line with Government of India initiated. Coming to AICT Atal Academy, AICT Training and Learning. Atal Academy is established by the AICT with the vision to empower faculty achieve goals of higher education, such as assess equity and quality of. AICT is committed for development of quality technical education in the country by initiated of a few schemes. Among it is Atal Academy also among it one. Coming to objective of the programs, to analyze the digital data using machine learning and deep learning techniques to understand and predict the relationship among the variables in food and agri sector. And second objective, hands-on experience in Python software. And third one, analyze and solve problems from functional area of food and agri sectors like production, finance, operations, marketing, and human resource, etc. A fourth objective, learning the best practices from industry on the business analytics in food and agri sector. Coming to, I would like to tell I would like to welcome our beloved director, Professor Dr. Rakesh Mohan Ji, sir. Because of this, sir supported us to play many events. This is among this, I would like to tell my gratitude to our beloved director, and I would like to tell gratitude to our coordinator, Ganesh Kumar sir. And I would like to tell my gratitude to Sharbani Mukherjee ma'am. And I would like to welcome, and I would like to tell gratitude to our Dr. K.C. Prakash sir and myself, Dr. Venugopal. And coming to the Atal Academy, I would like to thank to our sponsored agency, Professor T.Z. Sitaram Ji, a chairman for AICT, and Professor Rajiv Kumar sir, member of Secretary AICT, and Dr. Dinesh Singh, Director, AICT, Dr. Sunil Luthra, Director, AICT, and Dr. Mamata Rani Agarwal, Advisory, AICT. And coming to the program, so we have a 2 weeks continuous professional development program on digital food and agribusiness. This is a blended both on online and offline. First week, we are going to be talk about only online. This is how schedule going to be carried forward for all 6 days. It will start 7 p.m. to end 9 p.m. First day 7 p.m. to 7:50 first session talks about introduction, importance of artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, which is agriculture software, etc. This is 50 minutes. Rest of 10 minutes we'll have a break After that, second session will start 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. to 8:50. It will talk about same, continued by the same topics, that is introduction and importance of the machine learning, artificial intelligence, blockchain, drones, OIT sensors. And after that, 8:50 session will close by second session, and 10 minutes will break. Again, 9 to 9:30, we have an interaction session. That is, if there is a question, any doubts, our resources person will be solving. Same continued day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5, and day 6. This is the topics where we are going to be proposing. Day 2, we talk about 7 to 7:50, agribusiness strategies and transformation in age of digital agriculture. And second session, day 2, talk about national education policy implementation regarding for the how digitalized courses are coming to the picture. We're going to be proposing schooling level itself, artificial intelligence, blockchain, deep learnings, these concepts. And of course, 9 to 9:30, there is another interaction session. Second, third day, same 7 to 7:50. Session 3 will start like analytical for business model transformation of agribusiness organizations. Second session, analytical for business model for transmission, continued. Same 9 to 9:30 interaction. So fourth day, life skills such as times and stress management. Second session will talks about Indian values and ethics, classroom conduct and behavior, teaching, learning, psychology from your customers, and interaction like interaction between resource person and participants. Day 5 also, session 1 going to be talks about predicting the AI-based weather, soil health. Same followed in session 2, discovery how food and agribusiness intelligence analytical can transform your organizations business models by the capturing greater values. And 9 to 9:30, same interaction. Coming to the last day, sixth day, that is a section session 6, AI-based higher transparency for price of input output information platforms in limited market information and digital platform in commodity market. And the session 2 talks about research methodology pertaining to the food and agri sector. And last day, sixth day, that is 9 to 9:30, we have a one exam, that is MCQ, that is a multi-choice questions. This is entirely scheduled for the first week. It is totally on online base. And coming for the week 2, this is entirely talks about offline. The people, participants should come to their institute, and this is how schedule where would be framed it. Day 1 talks 9 to 9:30 inaugural, then 9:30 to 12:30 session 7 descriptive analytics using food agri data using Python, and 12 to 1 descriptive analytics using food and agri data using some models, some cases going to be adapted. 1 to 2 o'clock we have a lunch, and 2 to 4 o'clock descriptive analytics using food agri data using Python software by using some cases and models. 4 to 5 there is a teaching practices. And coming for same day 2, 9:30 we start till 12 o'clock. We have a talks about the predictive analytics using food agri data using Python. And 12 to 1 article 1 prediction analytical using same data food and agri data. 1 to 2 lunch teaching practices. 2 to 4:30, 4:30 to 5 discussions, introduction of digital technology into agri space. And third day going to be talk about same 9 to 12 o'clock descriptive using data food agriculture data using, and blockchain in food and agri sector 12 to 1 lunch. 1 to 2 o'clock, and 2 to 4:30 again we have a teaching practices. Again 4 to 4:30 to 5 o'clock we have how digital technology is transformed for food retail landscape. And coming for fourth today talks about industry visit. We have until I think 9:32 entire fourth day we have industry visit. And fifth day coming to there is examination, that is MC questions and visit report as a team. I think that is all 30 or 35 people were making as a teams. They have to work out, and individually they have to submit work out and with the team also based upon practices model how we are reflective journals feedback. And 4 to 5 we have a validate. And this is assessment. This is
sir, any doubt in that schedule? You have any clarification? So, regarding the field visit, bus will be arranged in IAPM. You have to come to IAPM. We'll take it to respective industry. We are going for a coffee board incubation center. Another one is person agri-tech company. So that is on 4th day. The slight modification will be there in schedule. But content is same, but we'll do some slight modification.
Yes.
Any clarification? Anything in the schedule? Is it okay?
Do you have any clarification in schedule? Anyone?
You can unmute your mic. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
I am Dr. Chandrakant Pujari speaking.
Yes,
sir,
sir.
when is so which company you are going to take industrial
Yeah,
visit?
incubation center, sir. Coffee board. There is a incubation center, Atal incubation center in Coffee board.
In Bangalore.
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 Yes.
Bangalore.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Shall I go, sir?
Yeah. Any other clarification? Anybody? Yeah. There will be a slight modification. Please go to the previous slide, sir.
Yes.
See, the first day I will be handling. Second day will be handled by some professor from BIT University, University of Technology. Third session will be handled from IIT Hyderabad. And the fourth session will be handled by some HR expert. And fifth session from Tata Rallies, some agri-tech companies. And sixth day will be handled by Professor Nachiepan from UK. And go to the next slide, sir. Again, first day, the Python, you have to bring your laptop, okay, for first and second day. And third day also you need laptop, okay. First day, you have to use a Python. I'll be handling, some industry person also will be there. Second day also some agri-tech industry person will be there. And third day, teaching practice. So one expert from St. Joseph Institute will handle this teaching practices, okay. Fourth day visit, and fifth day mostly focusing on examination and writing report, all these things. Okay, I'll talk about what is reflection journal, all these things. Okay, and end of the first week, you have your MCQ test, everything based on the evening session, 7 to 9:30. There will be a session, right? Each session will have 5 MCQ tests. You write it in the last
Hello,
day.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Do we need to install any software?
No need, sir. No need. Only Google Gmail account if is there, we'll use Google Colab. Okay, no need to install anything. Just you have to bring your laptop. We'll have internet connection, so we have to just you have Gmail account. That's more than enough, sir. Python we are using Google Colab, so no need to install any software. Is it okay, sir? Sir?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So fine. So if you look at the first end of the first week, that Saturday you have MCQ test. The MCQ test based on the 6-day session, evening session. Yeah, fine, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yes, this is second week, sir. Same examination. Okay, coming for assessment. See, assessment. This is a framework given by the AICT Atal. We are just following that. See, attendance 10% individual. Minimum individual should attend 80% of attendance every day. We are taking. Is going to be regarding whether it is
before half an hour we'll send you Google form in the chat window or WhatsApp. You have to fill that form, sir. It's a feedback plus attendance.
Yes, sir. Yes. And second one, there is a 2 assessment. One after the each week, there is a 20% we are going to be, that is weightage, individual combination of MCQs and short answers types and reason based, etc. This is second way of assessment. This carried 20% weightage. And third one is 2-page article summary per team. Here we are going to be dividing a team wise, a team and individual. They have to work out, they have to submit the summary of article that we are.
The article soft copy we will share, sir. 2 article soft copy will share. You have to, template also will share. Article soft copy plus template. Based on the template, as a team, you have to submit the report.
Article summary. And teaching practices also you have to practice it. That model also.
Yeah, you have to take any one topic and you have to present the 4th day of not 4th day, 3rd day of physical session as a group wise. You present. We'll evaluate. That is carrying 15 marks.
Fifth point is that is report outcome of the industry visit. After the industry visit, you have to give your report. What observation, what you identified, what you learned from that industry. As a team, have to submit it. That last session. And reflect journal, 15% weightage it will give at the end of the
reflection journals. Reflection journal is based on this workshop. What is the key takeaway from you, and how you are going to implement in your organization. So based on this workshop, what is the key takeaway? So that is called reflection journal. So we will share one template. Okay, that template you have to write it and you have to. It's an individual, not team. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I will do, sir.
Yes, sir. So I would like to hand out the session to our beloved Professor Ganesh Kumar, sir. Sir, now session is yours, sir.
Okay, sir. I'll take. Yeah, so before that, there is one more logistic. Okay, I'll share one Google sheet, not Google sheet, Excel sheet. So you have to already team is prepared. Okay, I'll just share it now, and then I'll share it in the chat window or in WhatsApp. So this is our team. Before starting the session. Some of the thing you have to do as a group. Okay, so for group purpose, we already segregated the groups here. See, almost I think 42 people registered for this workshop. Currently, I think around 26 people are here. See, what we have done is we have created 7 groups. Okay, so roll number, wherever you see 1, it will come under team 1. Wherever you see 2, it's come under team 2. Okay, we have that mail ID and contact number also. You can communicate. Okay, maybe some people join yesterday also. So totally 7 teams are there. Okay, so wherever you see 1, that is come under team 1. Wherever you see your name under 2 or 3, wherever number, accordingly your team numbers. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll share it in the chat window. Later I'll share it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so please understand out of 100 marks, some activity, for example, industry report and some other assignment you have to do as a group. Okay, so for group purpose, this is your team number. So if you find 6 mean your comment as team 6. Okay, so is it clear? Are you able to understand? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll share it in the chat window before starting the session, because as per the AAC norms, you have to create the group in the first session itself. Yeah, please check your chat window. I've Excel cannot because it is currently in this one. I'll post it and share.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please share it in the WhatsApp group also, sir.
Yes,
Any
sir. I'll
point
do
of
it, sir.
time. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Thank
yes.
you, sir.
After the session, I'll share it, sir. Now, currently, I've shared it in the chat window. Once complete the session, after the end of the session, I'll share it in the.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
I've shared in the chat window. Fine. So I'll share my today's session's PPT. Yeah. So today I will talk about the first today's session. What we'll do is now time is 7:28. Maybe I will take half an hour session. Okay, up to 8 o'clock. Maybe we'll take a 10 minutes break. 8 to 8:10. Then we'll continue the session up to 9. Then 9 to 9:30. If you have any clarification, we have discussion. So this is the format given by the ACT. It's not our format. So that is a format given by the ACT. Accordingly, we'll follow it. Okay. So we have started 10 minutes late. So accordingly, we'll arrange that time. So today's session will focus on introduction and the importance of industry revolution technology in food and agri-business organization. If you look at the COVID time, one of the sector, it is not much affected. In terms of operation. Other thing is one is food sector. Another one is healthcare sector. Okay, so we'll see in today's session. We'll see what technology, how the technology is impacting this food and agri-business organization. Okay, so before starting the session, let me introduce myself. Myself Ganesh Kumar. I completed my PhD, MBA, and UG, everything from Pondicherry Central University. After my PhD, I've joined as a postdoctoral research fellowship from IIM Bangalore for 2 years in the supply chain center. And after my 2 years postdoctoral, I've joined VIT Vellore, VIT Vellore Institute of Technology Vellore as a faculty for 2 years. So after 2 years in VIT, I've joined IAPM in 2016. The IAPM is come under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So ours is sectoral MBA. Ours is not a engineering college is a MBA program, mostly will focus on agri and food related programs. Okay, so if you look at this, my area is analytics and operations. Teaching also I teach statistics, operation research, data analytics related subject, including operation research, supply chain management courses also. So research also, we are doing a lot of project for Ministry of Corporate Affairs and UNDP on technology application in farmer producer organization, and we are working on sustainable operation and agri-food supply chain. So this is my brief profile. I almost 8 years of teaching experience, 2 years of research experience. So what we'll do is this half an hour I'll talk whatever possible. First 3 content we'll talk why drivers of industry revolution and AI interesting use cases, and what are the key concepts in IRT. IRT means Industrial Revolution Technology. Okay, so we'll talk about some of the agri-tech companies. If you look at this, a lot of agri-tech companies are started. Even some of our students also started some agri-tech companies, and they are working in agri-tech company. I'll share how they are working in different technology, blockchain, drones, and other areas we'll discuss. And we will talk about negative side and what are the future direction of this technology. And finally, we'll have half an hour for discussion. Okay, so whatever doubt, any clarification, we'll discuss. Okay, so next half an hour up to 8 o'clock, whatever possible, I'll cover, and we'll take a break for 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll continue the remaining part. Okay, so first we'll talk about why we have to talk about IRT. IRT means Industrial Revolution Technology. Any idea we are into which industrial revolution? Anybody? 1, 2, 3. Any idea we are in which industrial revolution? If you have any issue in the talking in this one, you can type it in chat window, so that is fine. Any idea we are in which industrial revolution? Any thought? 1, 2, 3. 4. Hello. Whether my voice is clear, everybody able to understand? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
4.0.
Yeah, very good. 4.0. Okay. I'll show one small video. Then we'll continue. Okay. 1 minute. Up. No. 1 minute. I'll share my screen. 1 minute. Is the video is visible?
Yes, sir. As rightly mentioned by Yuvraj and Rupustri madam, we are into industry 4. Okay, so if you look at the first one, are able to see my screen now? I shifted from video to PPT. Yeah, okay. So if you look at this, initially the steam engine, most of the manufacturing happening through a handmade product. They started using steam mechanization. Okay, that is the first one. Second one was they started using electricity. They started using manufacturing electricity for any product, and they started using electricity in the manufacturing sector. That is second one. Third one is computers and internet. Now we are into artificial intelligence. Okay. So if you look at this, anybody know this person? This is the Andy. Is one of the thought leader in AI. So he is also co-founder of Coursera, the massive online open course. So he predicted artificial intelligence will be the new electricity. If you look at this, we can't imagine the world without electricity, right? Even if you look at this workshop, also it's not possible without electricity. Similarly, in future, we can't imagine any sector, any activity without AI technology. Okay, AI is a product technology. There are a lot of sub technologies, IoT, big data, all these things are there. The key technology they're talking about is artificial intelligence. So if you look at this, if you look at the past history, 1950 itself, they have some idea about artificial intelligence. And if you look at this, currently we are in 2023. But currently, if you look at any online, if you Google it, last 1 or 2 years, a lot of people are talking about AI and the fourth industrial revolution technology. But if you look at the 10 years before or 20 years before, nobody is talking about this technology. But if you look at the real history, this technology is known in 1950 itself. Okay, any idea why we are currently talking about this technology? Why not 10 years, 20 years before? Any thought? Any idea? Why we are talking about currently? Why not 10 years, 20 years before? Any thought? As per the history, we know AI, deep learning, that concept and all, they know in 1950, 1970 itself. But last 5 years, if you look at a lot of colleges, they are starting data analytics course. But it's not 10 years before or 20 years before. Any idea what is the reason? Why not now? Why now? Why not 20 years, 30 years before? Even during my MBA time, I ever hear about this blockchain, AI, big data analytics, all these things. Well, currently, why it is famous? Any thought? What is the reason? Any thought? What is the key reason? Yeah, please interact so that it will be a difficult time evening, so that it will be interactive and it will be good for everybody. Any idea? Any guesses? Just tell me some answer. Yeah, I get some chart. Yeah, sir, Dr. Saraswatra, sir, opportunity for application new areas. So a lot of opportunities are there, application new areas, correct, sir? Any other thought? Any other answer?
Maybe the internet connectivity what we have now.
Yes, sir. Internet connectivity, a lot of internet connectivity we have. If you look at currently, people are talking about 5G. Yes, sir. Any other?
Sir, processing speed.
Yeah, very good, sir. Processing data. See, even during my time, I used to have one computer in my PhD time. If you look at the RAM size, it is almost 2 GB. Now, if you look at my mobile phone itself, 6 GB RAM high up. Processing speed, very good, sir. Any other thoughts, sir? Yeah, Naveen, sir, increase in usage of usage. Yeah, increase. Lot of people are using, right? Correct, sir. Yeah. So correct, sir. All are correct. But apart from this, there is one more thing called data. Okay, so if you look at this, all companies are fighting for data nowadays. If you look at this, anything, what is the old goal, sir? The data is a new goal. What was the old goal? Previously, oil, I think oil was the old goal. Even US used to fight with Middle East country. So they're fighting for oil. Nowadays, they're fighting for data. So if in order to develop artificial intelligence, we need more data. So even though we have 1950, we know the concept, we don't have that much data to develop artificial intelligence product. Even the processing speed also not there. Even IoT, the 5G internet speed also not there. But that also important. But one more reason is the key thing is the data. So in order more and more data means we can develop good artificial intelligence. Okay. So if you look at this what is this map, Google Map? Okay, we are getting free. But why Google is giving free? Because Google make money from the what is this map, Google Map. If you Swiggy, Zomato, they have to pay. Uber, Ola, all these things they have to pay for the usage of Google Map. But they are giving free to us. Why it is? Because they use our data. If you use more and more data, more and more, if you use your mobile phone, travel here and there, they will check how fast you are moving, how accordingly they will map to the different colors. So the Google, if you look at this main business model is from data. Even if you look at the Facebook, 99% of revenues they're getting from advertisement through data. Okay, so the data is the key for any company to develop artificial intelligence product. Okay, so that's why a lot of companies are fighting for data. So even though we know not artificial 1950, we don't have that much data now, but we have a lot of data now to develop the lot of AI product. Okay, so if you look at this example, so since down up to 2005, we have only 130 exabytes of data. Okay, 2005. But what is exabytes mean? We know TB. TB exabytes is more than petabyte, and it's exabyte mean thousands of petabyte. Each petabyte, thousands of petabytes. It's a huge data. But if you look at this, now we are generating data is exponential. It's like a tsunami of data is coming from different sources. So we have a lot of data now. So now companies are using all their data to come up with a new product using deep learning, developing. So even though a lot of processing, other factors are important, one of the key is that data, availability of data, we have huge exponential of data. So if in order to develop artificial intelligence, we need data. So data may not only numbers, it may be pictures, video, audio, images, any form. Okay, so data may don't think only numbers. If you look at the deep learning, even some of the students are working some crop in one of the company. So their role is to use software to predict a particular disease disease affected or not disease affected. They're using data, not numbers, picture. So they have to take photo of the leaves. So based on this data, picture data, if you upload in the platform, it will automatically predict whether a particular leaves is a disease affected or not disease affected. So they are using not numbers, they are using which one? Image data. So like this, for example, the Google Map, they are using sensor data. So if you're using Siri or anything that Google Assistant, they're using voice data. So if you look at that kind of data is come under not numbers, it's a unstructured data. So I want to ask one question here. Out of 100% of data in the world, which data will be more? Structure or unstructured? Structure means numbers. Unstructured means video, audio, images, social media data are unstructured data. Any idea which data is more 50-50 or 60-40 or what is the combination in the world? Any idea? Unstructured data. Since you mentioned unstructured, any combination, how much is the percentage? Most of the data, as you mentioned, unstructured. Any percentage combination out of 100%, how much will be structured, how much will be unstructured? Any thought? Definitely unstructured is more, everybody will agree, but how much? Whether 99-1 or 80-20, 70-30, yeah, we'll say. If you look at this, it's a little bit old. Mostly 90% of data, more than 90% of data in the world is unstructured data. So number kind of data is mostly less than 10% in the world. Okay, so we have to develop a skill as a faculty member. We have to teach the student how to use image data, voice data, video data to come up with a new product. Okay, so whatever we are using daily life artificial intelligence product, mostly is using image, video, all data, but mostly we use numbers to calculation in Excel. Even I used to teach statistic numbers only, but a lot of scope for analyzing unstructured data. Okay, as I mentioned, for human, we are human, right? So if you look at the, if you ask me, now I can differentiate which is cat and which is dog. Okay, but if you ask me in the 1 year old or maybe 2 month old, I don't know which one is cat or which one is dog. Okay, so I develop the intelligence, natural humans have natural intelligence through experience from the father, experience from the mother, my own experience. I develop the intelligence. Okay, so that is come from experience. That is, we have a natural intelligence. But if you want a robot to differentiate which one is cat or dog, I have to not experience not possible. I have to feed the data. Data may be image data, images of cat, images of dog. You have to feed it based on the images. It will learn from that data and you have to predict. Okay, as I mentioned, to develop a artificial intelligence, we need data, more data. For developing a human intelligence, we need experience. So that's why all the companies, even Google, everything is giving free. A lot of social media, everything they are giving free because they are not collecting money, but they are collecting your data. So even if you switch off your mobile and on your mobile, Google know where you are, what are the places you are traveled. Everything they are able to track it. Okay, so they can get your data. Okay, so even if you Google Map, if you see last 1 year where are you visited, everything they can track. Okay, so based on this, they will give to the different company and make money from the advertisement. Okay, so for data we need artificial. In order to develop artificial, we need data. Is it clear? Are you able to follow me? Is it okay up to this? Is it okay? Any clarification? Anything? Is it okay? Are you able to understand? Are you able to follow me? Just confirm. Is it okay? Are we fine? Shall I proceed to the next session slide? Yeah, please confirm. Either chat or raise your hand. That's fine. Anything is fine. Is it okay, sir? Everybody?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Oh, fine. Yeah.
See, as per the World Economic Forum, so this is what they have predicted. Okay, so these are the skill you have to develop. Okay, top skill for future. Okay, analytical skill, active learning. So these are the skill is not done by the robots or machines. Okay, so these are the skill we have to teach the student ourselves. We have to develop. Okay, in order to sustain with this one. Even nowadays, they created some chat GPT. They started writing articles, all these things. So there are some issues are there. Okay, some of the critical questions they're not able to answer. So if you look at this, that kind of issue will come in future, not only for other job, even faculty job also, this kind of issues are there. Okay, so how to overcome? You have to develop this kind of this area. These are the skill they highlighted by the World Economic Forum. Not only student, as a faculty member, we have to develop. So if you look at this, it just 10 years, the aerial photographer, they lost his job. Okay, if you look at this overtaken by the even agriculture also, we have nowadays they're using drones. Okay, drones to spray, drones to collect data based on this, which are the areas that disease affected, which are areas we need more water. So they started implementing drone policy and all these things. So as a faculty member, as a student, we have to develop the skill to do research in this area, to develop the how to use the product. Okay, how to teach drone courses to the student. So these are the areas we have to update to sustain in the future market. So even if you look at some of the product, even I used this CDs, even floppy I use. Okay, even that film also I use, but nowadays nobody using this. If you're skilled, know how to market this product, how to manufacture this product, how to manage the finance of this product, will not be relevant for the future. So you have to develop the skill which is relevant to the fourth industrial revolution. So nothing but AI, big data, blockchain related areas. Okay, so if you look at this world, all the government have taken initiatives on AI. If you look at this, Canada, they developed AI strategy. Okay, India also they implemented AI strategy for AI. So if you look at some of the in country, they started separate ministry for artificial intelligence, separate ministry for artificial intelligence. So if you look at this leading country, which they are using the AI to develop GDP, main leading is China. Even some of the cities, they fully manage that, all the traffic is managed by AI cameras. Okay, even North America, they started using this AI technology, but India also started, but little bit late. Okay, they have started some 7 years before, 6 years before they started the fourth industrial revolution technology in New Delhi. And some of the ministry, like Minister of Electronic and Information Technology, have taken some lot of initiatives on digitalizations and all these things. But if you look at this, there was a paper, okay, a report by, if you want, you can write on National Strategy for Artificial Intelligence. So government released this report. So one of the sector they are focusing on agriculture. The other sector they are focusing on healthcare and other things. So they are using this strategy in agriculture. One of the sector for government on AI implementation is agriculture. So it's freely available in that Google. Whenever free time, you check the National Strategy for Artificial Intelligence. Okay. So if you look at the main issue in agriculture, you can read out agriculture and other sector contribute nearly 20% of India's gross domestic product. 80% countries' farmland are cultivated by small and marginal farmers. Compared to US developed country, one farmer owns large land, but India is majorly small and medium farmers. Okay, but if you look at the 50% of the people, the livelihood, employment are depend directly and indirectly on agriculture, and India contributes the 7% of world total agriculture output. Okay, but if you look at, there was one survey, even 2050, we have to, population will be 10 million, and you have to produce more output. Okay, so if you look at the global agriculture problem is 1 minute. Global agriculture, the output is input is going down. Input means water availability, labor availability, good land. So all the input for agriculture is coming down. Some places we are not getting water, the land availability, laborers are moving from other sector. So not only India, most of the global scenario is input for agriculture, labor, all these things coming down. Output is increasing. Output means the quality output and the quantity also increasing. So one of the way to solve this issue, general agriculture issue is what? Not only India, general input is reducing. Output we need more. Okay, so how to manage this? There are a lot of fourth industrial revolution. One of the technologies, they are using hydroponics and other technology. One of the key area is this one, artificial intelligence technology. Okay, and if you look at the agriculture, initially started with the hand tool, then mechanization, chemical, biochemical. Now we are into
digital. Current the agriculture into digital, food and agriculture sector into digital. So if you look at the across the value chain, we can implement. If you look at the as per report, this report, December 16, 2022, India has almost 1,729 agri-tech startups are there. Okay, it's a huge number, and across the different cities in India, they started different agri-tech companies, Bangalore, Delhi, Chennai. Everywhere they started agri-tech company. Why it is? Because a lot of issues in agriculture, each and every issue is taken by the different entrepreneurs. They are solving this through startup companies. Okay, so a lot of scope is there, a lot of demand is there. Agriculture have a lot of demand, and we need more food in future, and the availability is very less. So there is a lot of scope for agriculture. So a lot of companies are started in this area. I will explain some of the important companies our students are working with respect to blockchain, with respect to AI and other precision technology, data analytics, all these things I explained the later part of the slide. Okay. So we'll see one small video how this AI used in agriculture. Then we'll take after some time, we'll take some break. Then we'll start this. Okay. 1 minute, I'll share my screen.
In the history of cybersecurity, one idea has dominated. More.
Are you able to see the video and sound is fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
If we look back, the 20th century was all about making agricultural machines bigger, but this clearly couldn't continue forever. What we really need to be doing is looking after plants and soil at a more individual level. So to do this, we need to make machines smarter. And smarter means taking care of plants individually, weeding, spraying and thinning, or identifying fruit, not just counting them, but providing yield and size estimates. But what's missing is the ability for machines to discern plant health or to spot weeds amongst a crop. Artificial intelligence is about to change this. Machines can now be trained to recognise shapes and textures. The example you're seeing is using the texture of leaves to single them out as weeds or as plants that need special treatment. The commercial success of systems like these depend on taking into consideration the whole package, the software, hardware and the business case. We've seen these technologies make huge steps forward, and we're already using them to deliver systems that just a few years ago would not have been possible. AI is making new means of farming possible, not just the machines, but the ways in which farming is done. So the question isn't, how will AI affect your business? It's how will AI improve your business?
I'll share my screen. So if you look at this, everywhere they are working. So see, I'll skip this. So if you look at this, even though data is very important, allied, for example, some of the participants mentioned that the technology, 5G technology and other IoT technology. So one of the key technology for, we are using this, we are getting data because of the mobile penetration. Look at this, even 7 million people in world, 5 people are mobile phone. But if you look at the access to toilets are very less. Okay, even if small people also they are using which one? Mobile phone, particularly which mobile phone? Smart mobile phone. So not only mobile phone, apart from mobile phone, they need internet connection. Okay, so without internet connection, we will not generate more data. If you look at this smart mobile phone plus internet, even during my MBA time, I have to charge internet for 1 GB data, I have to spend huge amount. But if you look at after introducing Geo and other thing, even for small lesser amount, we can get more data. Okay, so smartphone plus what is internet connection. Because of this technology, we are getting more data. Okay. And if you look at the current generation also, they're very comfortable with the technology. Even if you give a mobile phone to a small kid, they know how to go to YouTube, how to use a different option. If you compare to us, they are very comfortable. Okay, so the penetration of technology plus the comfort of future generation, current generation and future generation. Because of that, we are generating more data. Okay, so if you look at this, because of the penetration of mobile technology, internet, and comfort of the consumer, all the government organizations, okay, they are into technology.
Okay, so they are starting digital economy. UK is leading, but India also started with the digital tech, India initiatives. There even if some of the government scheme, online, tax filing, some of the Swayam platform, different apps, they are trying to, create some, digital platform. Even if you want to book a ticket, even 10 years before, 7 years before, I have to go to some counter and I have to book the ticket for my native place. But nowadays I'm using app. So whatever the service they are providing, they're converting it to digital. So because of the internet connection with the mobile app and the consumers are comfortable, all the government services nowadays they're converting it to a digital form. Okay, so once you become digital, we'll get more and more data. So not only government, if you look at this, industries also. Okay, any answer for this? Can you any answer? World largest taxi owners, no vehicle. World most popular media owner create no content. Most valuable retailers, no inventory. Any idea which company it is? World largest accommodation provider, no real estate. Any idea? I'll take another 5 minutes, then we'll take a 5 minutes break. Okay, a 10 minutes break. Any idea? Any example? Some answer I can see. Airbnb, which one, sir? Fourth one or first one? Sarath Chandra, sir. Okay. Last one. Okay, correct, sir. Last one, correct. Any other? This one, I'll show the answer. Uber. Okay, I think if you look at this first one is Uber. Okay, so initially they don't have, but Uber. And if you look at this world, like BBC channel is not a leading media company, it's a Facebook. Okay, they create a lot of content. And Alibaba is a Chinese-based B2B company, e-commerce company. B2B means they will not sell directly to the consumer, like Metro kind of thing. So they will send directly to companies. Okay, but e-commerce like Flipkart, Amazon, they will send to product from their company to consumer. That is called B2C. The Alibaba is a B2B company. Okay, that is the largest retailer, but they will not maintain any inventory. Okay, Airbnb. Okay, the accommodation provider. So if you look at this, all the company, the key is without internet, this is not possible. Without mobile technology, this is not possible. Without consumer interest, this is not possible. So everything runs through the technology, particularly internet and other technology. So if you look at this, similarly, if you look at world largest direct marketing company, Google and Facebook. Even world largest bookseller is Amazon. If you look at this, all this basic business model is technology. Okay, technology, particularly internet, mobile technology. Without this company will not be possible. Similarly, if you look at the WhatsApp, even during my time, I used to get message during Diwali and Pongal festival. If you send message today, you will charge for 1 rupee. Now nobody is sending. Why it is? Because WhatsApp and other options are there. So all because of the technology. Similarly, if you look at the company like Big Basket, okay, Swiggy, Zomato, all the companies are started using this technology. So there is no internet penetration like before, and there is nobody has smart mobile phone. This company will not be there. Okay, so mostly all these companies are started because of the penetration of technology like smartphone, internet plus consumer interest. So normally there is a concept called FMG, fast moving consumer good. Okay, if you go to any company, any retail outlet, if you take any product, okay, even though if you look at the retail outlet, there are lakhs of product or thousands of product will be there. But if you look at this, most of the companies, most of the products is owned by this major company. Mostly, if you look at the most of the product, ITC, all the product ITC product are owned by this different category. Okay, so similarly, if you look at the technology companies also mostly owned by this one, Amazon, Google, Facebook. So these are the 10 to 20 company managing the entire technology. Okay, even though startup companies are started, they will acquire or they'll merge into different, the small company they'll take over. So mostly it's managed by the big company like eBay, Amazon, okay, Microsoft. So these are the major companies managing most of the technologies companies. So if you look at the world largest company currently is a technology, Apple, Microsoft, and initially if you look at the 20 years, 30 years before, mostly it's manufacturing company like General Motors, okay, General Electricals, okay, but it's nowadays all a technology company. Even look at the Microsoft, they are entering into some part of agriculture. Even Amazon, they started some kind of agri investments. Okay, so all the technology company entering into food and agriculture sector. But if you look at this 57, if you start one company, it will take 75 years to listed in Standard & Poor's, one of the company of 500. But if you look at the recently, even within 10 years, within 5 years, you can become listed in top 500 company in S&P. So all these companies are basic business model is technology, particularly AI technology, blockchain kind of technology they are using. So if you look at this, once you become technology, everything become digital. There are a lot of data will come. So data is coming in the three different sources. As I mentioned, we are generating a lot of data now. Whatever we are generating 1 day data is equivalent to 1 year data in 20 years, 30 years before. That much data is coming nowadays. Okay. So if you look at this, I'll skip this. So the data mainly is coming from three different sources. One is organization, machine, and another one is people. Okay. So organization means through ERP. So if you look at any company nowadays, they have ERP software. Okay. So nowadays there are one way of world getting data from the servers, ERP servers. The second one is IoT sensors. So if you look at this, every company nowadays have every mobile phone. If you look at your mobile phones, this is a little bit old. Lot of sensors are there. So whether you are knowingly, unknowingly, you are giving data to different companies like Google, Facebook. Different companies are taking data from you. Okay. So if you look at this, the second source of data is sensor. First source of data is which one? Servers, ERP and other servers. Second one is IoT. The third source of data is from which one? Social media. So we generating a lot of data. For example, if you look at the 1 minute, 60 seconds, how many logins are in Facebook? Almost 1.4 million scrolls. Okay. If you look at this YouTube, 500 hours of contents are uploaded. So 1 minute, 60 seconds, lot of things are happening in the social media. Lot of data we are generating. If you look at the 2022. So if you look at this, it's keep on increasing. So video, number of video increasing compared to last year. This year is increasing. Okay. So we are getting a lot of data from mainly three sources. One is from server. Second one is sensors, IoTs. When mobile itself, a lot of data is going. Even if you're using Fitbit or any watches, you are generating a lot of data. Third one is social media. Now question is, which source is highest? Any idea? Among the three sources, which source we are getting more data? One is server. Second one is people generated by social media. Third one is IoT sensor. Any idea which data is more in the world? Which is the major contributor of data in the world? Any idea? Any thought? Any guesses? Which data we are getting more from server or IoT or people generated data? Which one is more? Social media. Sir,
people generated media.
Social media. Okay. Okay. If you look at this, it's actually a IoT machines. So even people will sleep, but machine will not sleep. So for example, if you travel from this one Bangalore to Delhi, even the flight, it's a lot of sensor with that generate a lot of data. Even if you use Fitbit or anything, it's mostly generated by the machines. Okay, IoT machines. Even some of the agri-tech companies, they are using sensors in the field. So it's continually generate a lot of data. People, we are generating data, but at least we'll have some sleep, but machines will not sleep. It will generate a lot of data. So the world, most of the data is coming from which one? Machine generated data. Okay. So if you look at this, once we have data, there are you have to store it. In olden days, I was interacting some of my faculty members. They are colleagues, they are working in different industries. So every year, what they do, 1950, 1970, they have to clean the data because the storage cost was huge. Any idea what is this? Any idea what is this? What will be? I think this is the storage, IBM storage data processing. This one. Any idea what will be the size of this storage?
1 GB.
1 GB of data drive. No. 1 GB.
10 MB.
Huh?
10 MB, sir.
Yeah. If you look at this data, almost 5 MB, not even 10 MB. It's 5 MB data in 1956. So whatever the data you are getting, the extra bytes of data, if you want to store, you need a Bangalore size of city to store all the data. But we have removed that obstacles. Okay, if you look at this picture, 2005, the same size, same 2014 also same size, 2000. What is this? 16 also same size, but the storage is increasing. Okay, we can same size, we can store a lot of data. Okay, that's why whatever the data generated by the different machines and other things, nowadays people are storing the data in this format. Okay, so if you look at this same, the storage, this one. Nowadays there is a storage cost also. If you want to store the data in 1980s and all, you have to spend almost $10,000. But if you look at this nowadays, if you have Dropbox, Google Drive, if you have Gmail account, they are giving a lot of storage, free storage. But if you want to have this
pre-storage in 30 years, 40 years before, you have to pay huge amount. Okay, so that is a major problem. Okay. And if you look at this nowadays, feature is also they coming. We know hard disk and feature is coming with bacterial DNA. Small size, we can store lot of data. Because of this technology, whatever the data we are getting from mobile through internet technology, we are able to store it in the different storage, small storage. Also, we can store large data. Okay, so that is why nowadays we can now store any data in small places. Okay, so normally that is called the Kretz law. The storage capacity doubles every 13 months. The capacity is the same size, the capacity is increasing. So that is called Kretz law. Okay. Similarly, if you look at this computation speed, some of the faculty members mentioned, right, advantage of computation speed. Okay. So if you look at the world first computer, for example, some of my faculty, they want to do some data analysis regression in 1985 and all, they have to go to some university. If you give data in morning, they will get output in evening. Same data I'm using in some of my students, using Excel. If you click the regression, within 1 second, you'll get the output. The processing speed is increased. The computer speed processing is increased. So nowadays, the people in big data analytics and all that, what it is, deep learning, they started using TPU, tensor processing unit, GPU, graphical processing unit. Like this, the processing speed also increasing. The computer also nowadays we have 4th generation, 5th generation, processor also. So the data processing speed also increasing day by day. Okay. So normally that is called Moore's law. The processing power double up every 18 months. So whatever the same computer, we can process more data. So it's increasing for every 18 months. Okay. Even Butler's law, so communication speed, the speed of internet also increasing for every 9 months. The speed also, that is called Butler's law. Okay, so if you look at this, all these things they are using for business development. Okay, companies are using for developing a new product. Governments are using for taking decision. Even some of the Congress government, they have separate department called analytics department. Okay, social media analytics department. They're using data to take the decision on which scheme they have to offer. So like this, not only government, even NGOs and other private and public sector organizations started using available data because they have a lot of data. They can able to store, they able to process the data. Because of that, they can develop a lot of artificial intelligence product. Okay, so normally that is called IPO. IPO means so normally the governments, all these things, olden days they'll take decision based on the highest paid person. Highest paid person will be the CEO of the company or the top leader in that party, all these things. So nowadays they're using data to take decision. Why is data mean? When you use data to take decision, your decision making will be better. So that's why all the companies nowadays they're using data to take decisions. Okay, so all the data, whatever available, companies are using data driven. Even government policies, everything they started using data. Okay, so not only in the data, even some of the big consultancy company like Boston Consulting Company, McKinsey, they are using consultancy through data. So without data, nowadays a lot of companies are not taking decisions. Okay, so whatever the decision, they support it with data. Why it is? Because now we have a lot of data and we can able to process with less time and we can store the data. And the data also we are getting from different sources with a huge amount. Okay, because of this, everything now data-driven decision. And not only data-driven decision, nowadays, even some of my, even during my time, 10 years before, if I call some call center like Vodafone or something, physical people will answer the phone. Nowadays, it's answered by chatbots. Okay, if any higher level, they will answer by the real people. Even if you go to any website, chatbots are there. It's answered by chatbots. So they're using all analytics to automate the process. Even some of the banks in Bangalore, robots are there to interact with the customers. What kind of some basic information. Higher level, they're using a real person. So they're trying to automate whatever the process, and also they're using data-driven decisions, and also they're understanding the customer better than the before. So these are the key takeaways of analytics. Okay. So what we'll do is I'll stop here. Can we take 10 minutes break? And we'll start 8:20. Okay, 8:20 we'll start, and we'll continue with the different use case, how the agri-tech companies are working. Some of our students are working in different agri-tech companies. Okay, so what they are doing and what kind of companies we'll discuss in the 10-minute break. Okay, as per the schedule, we have to take 10 minutes time break. Then we'll continue 8:20. Is it okay? Up to this, any clarification, anything? Is it okay? Are you able to follow me? Is it okay? Is it fine? Shall we take a break for 10 minutes? 8:20.
Yes, sir.
We'll start
Yes,
the
sir.
Yes, okay, okay, okay. I will not close this slide. I'll keep it as it is. You can take a break for 10 minutes. We'll start at 8:20. Okay. Thank you, sir. Morning, madam. Sir, okay. Naveen, sir.
Yeah. So we'll start the session again. Section 2. What I'll do is I'll continue up to 9, 10. Then we'll have a discussion for 20 minutes to half an hour. Is it okay? Shall I start now? Just confirm. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. So see, we have understood so far. We are into fourth industrial revolution. Why we are into? Because of the data. Okay, so why we are getting more data? Because of the penetration of technology, particularly mobile and internet penetration, and plus companies and government moving to digital. Whatever they are doing physical, they are converting it to digital format. Okay, because of these two reasons, we are getting more data. Once you get more data, we have processing speed very good, and the storage is we have very good. So because of that, we are storing all data and we are processing. From that, we are taking decision, making automation, and we are understanding the consumer better. So some of the use cases we'll discuss now, then we'll proceed further. Okay. For example, so whatever we are using Google Assistant, Amazon, Alexa, all these things is a part of AI technology. If you're using voice data, it will process through internet and give the output. Okay. So if you look at this, the data here it is voice data. Okay. And the process in some server with internet connection, and it will get the output. Okay. This is one of the example of AI product. Similarly, as I mentioned, Google Map. Okay. So same time, if you check it in the map, some places in Bangalore, you'll get different color. Same places, if you check it some other time, you'll get different color. How they are getting? Everything based on the data from sensor, the mobile and other sensors in the car. They will how fast they are moving people in that road. Accordingly, if they're moving fast, you will get blue color. If they're moving very slow, they'll get red color. Moderate mean they'll get this one. What is orange color. So everything they're using sensors data to come up with this kind of map. So this is another example for AI product. Okay. Similarly, if you look at this recommendation. Okay. For example, if you search something in internet, when you open your YouTube or whenever you open your Facebook, you can get the similar kind of product advertised in YouTube or in Facebook. How they are doing all these things, the personalized recommendation. So they are using some kind of clustering algorithm and they'll do it. Similarly, if you look at the Amazon or Flipkart or even Swiggy, Zomato, if you open the app, you will get some recommendation, product recommendation. Same time, if you ask your friend or your relatives to open that same app, they'll get different kind of recommendation. So they'll use some collaborative filtering, content filtering based on your what's for close friend, what they're purchasing. Accordingly, they start recommending. Even that 10 to 30% of revenue Amazon they're getting from recommendation. So they're using the machine learning, like clustering, association analysis, and all they'll use using like Python, other things. They will come up with this kind of recommendation. Similarly, if you look at the your mail, if you open your Gmail account, there is a separate option called spam. It is not somebody sitting there and filtering your email. It is done by machine learning, like logistic regression, some kind of machine learning algorithm they are using to segregate the whether the particular mail is spam or other thing. If you're getting some sales, some offer, this kind of keywords are there, they'll segregate it to spam. Okay. So they're using machine learning and AI technology. So these are the daily life. I'll come to later part how they're using in agriculture and food sector. So even our stock prediction. Okay, they're using this one. Even if you look at the games apps like Dream 11, all these things, you're not playing with somebody sitting there. It's mostly done by the reinforcement learning, the machine learning and AI technology. Okay, so you can't win. Initially they'll make you to win, but final this one they understand you are playing how you are playing pattern behavior, accordingly to learn from you, and it will definitely win. Okay, all these things, the basic model they'll use data and machine learning. Particularly there is something called reinforcement learning they'll use. Similarly for stock prediction, even healthcare image segregation, nowadays they're using AI technology. Even for translate from some other language to English language, they're using some kind of technology. Even for auto tagging in Facebook, they're using this one. Even Google, if you take your mobile phone, the rain prediction, weather prediction, they're using census data and they'll predict it. Okay. Even for if you order Swiggy, if you take a drive in Ola or Uber, they can predict how much time to arrival of driver available
arrival of delivery boy. So how they are predicting this one? The distance between your mobile sensor and the delivery person sensor. Based on this, they'll calculate based on the traffic and other things. They'll use some machine learning algorithm and they'll predict the expected arrival. So they're using basic data analytics there. Okay. Similarly, for driverless car, they started using this kind of machine learning. Okay. Even for Uber, even for Chinese, some of the code they're using AI apps, AI related documentation processing they're using. Even Google recommendation they're using. If you search something in Google, it will automatically recommend some search terms. How they're using AI technology. Even for cold storage, or even if you book a bus in red bus, you can predict how much time to take to reach that bus to your place. They're using all these IoT sensors. They calculate. On top of this, they'll use some kind of analytics. Even for table tennis, also they're using some robots. Even for healthcare, aviation, education, everywhere they started using AI technology. Okay. And even composing images, composing painting, composing the musics, they are using artificial intelligence. Driverless, helicopter, for forest fire rating, they are using AI technology. Even some of the world toughest game called AlphaGo. So nowadays they're using AI technology. Even IBM Watson competition also they started using. The Jeopardy is a game. IBM Watson is a mission. So they are fighting with, competing with human beings. So even real-time prediction of the employees. So based on the AI camera, we can predict the image, this behavior or some kind of pattern, whether this mood is positive or negative, we can predict. Okay, so now using AI camera, we can predict the employee. Accordingly, we can take it forward. Even some robots also they critique pace of robotics. These companies are working on robotics, physical, like similar to human, they are creating robotics. Even project debater. So nowadays, foreign elections and they're using the debater. So now mostly election they have to debate in public. So what did they fight with opposite party? Nowadays they're using this kind of debater. Okay, so they come from IBM. So they have a lot of data, Wikipedia, all these things. So they are better informed robots. Okay, they have to debate with this kind of robots. Even some startup companies in Japan, if you look at these two people, they are farmers, cucumber farmers. If you want to segregate the cucumber quality vary based on the size. So they have take help from his son. He has done some computer science course. He used some computer vision technology to identify whether the particular cucumber is a small or big or what is the size. Accordingly, he used this sorting process. So it will come to the cucumber will come to this the computer vision place. Based on the image of this one, it will segregate into different boxes. If it is this some size, it will go to in some box, large, it will go to different box. So like these Indian companies also starting potatoes, starting apple, they started using this kind of computer vision technology. Okay. So we'll see some concept, this one AI concept. Okay. So as I mentioned, for AI technology, we need data. Okay. For human, we need experience, natural intelligence. So that's why nowadays everybody talking about AI. Now we are into both industries. As a faculty member, we have to do research on this area, unstructured data, and we have to teach this kind of subject to the student to develop in the future perspectives. So if you look at this artificial intelligence final product, okay, nowadays they're using machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, focusing on training and testing the data. The deep learning also subset of artificial intelligence. They're using mostly one type of algorithm called a neural network. A deep learning neural network. It's based on the concept of how your brain works, right? Neuron concept. So based on that model, they develop the algorithm that is called deep learning. Okay, here also they'll use training and testing, but they'll use particular algorithm called neural network. But machine learning, they'll use sort of a statistical algorithm like multiple regression, logistic regression, but they'll use training and testing data, train for validating the model. I'll explain. Once you come to the physical session, we'll have Python classes. Okay, so during that time, I'll explain some case studies and we'll learn it. Okay, so artificial intelligence final product. We want to develop an app, robots, chatbots, all these things that is called AI. So subset of AI is machine learning and deep learning. Machine learning, they'll use mostly statistical algorithm. Deep learning, mostly they'll use neural network. Okay, like neuron concept, brain-based concept they'll use for algorithm. Okay.
Fine, I'll explain this all these things in the figure session. Okay. So, but today now we have come to the main part. So today we'll talk about the important. We are into fourth industrial revolution, particularly A. So now we'll talk about different, agri startup companies. Some of the companies our students are working, and the interesting startups. Okay, how they are doing different services. Maybe you can take it as a case study, or you can do some research on this area. Okay, so you can take some apply some funded project on this area to tie up with these companies, and you can do it. Okay. So if you look at this, agri-tech company, farm analytics, there are different companies are there. Agri-input mean fertilizer, all these things. Agri-input mean the pesticide, fertilizer. So different chemicals. So there are different company. Agri-output, how to predict the price of the company, how to link with warehouse, not export. So all these things, there are different companies are working in agri output companies. Okay, agri finance. Okay, if you are one of the key problem with farmers is small farmers, they need money. So a lot of startup companies working on financing this small holders, small startup company, that is called agri financing or fintech companies. Similarly, livestock. Okay, a lot of companies working on milk and other dairy industries. Okay, and also mechanization. So nowadays the drones and other things are coming. So even like how we are taking Ola and Uber. Similarly, there are companies are working on to take rental of tractors, machineries. Okay, even though you have the don't have machineries, you can rent this machineries. There are a lot of startups companies are there. Okay, there are a lot of interesting companies are there. A lot of problems are there. You can take it as some research project, and you can do it with a student, or you can apply some funded project with the DST and other areas. You can other funding agency. You can do it. Okay, so we'll take some companies and we'll see now. Okay. Look at this. Even similarly for food tech companies also, there are a lot of food tech companies working on 3D food printing, chocolate. A lot of things are working on not only agriculture, food technologies also. It is delivery, food science. Okay, and if you look at this, there are food company working on 3D food printing, natural machines. Okay, artificial protein. There's a company called Impossible. Okay, personalized nutrition, Nutrifix. Okay, food robotics. There are other companies like this food based. So every across the value chain or supply chain, if you take any product, okay, for example, if you buy one onion in our 1 kg onion in a retail outlet, there is a supply chain is there. So it is not come from retail, it is before retail outlet, it is come from some warehouse. Before warehouse, it's come from the some kind of processing, okay, some cleaning places or something. Before that, it is come from some farmers. It has to cultivate. For making the farmers cultivation, they need seed for onion, they need water, fertilizer, all these things. So if you take any product in agriculture or any product, there will be a supply chain will be there. Across the supply chain, there are different companies are working. Okay, agri input, some companies are there, farmers level, some companies are there, distributor, retail level, there are companies are there. So every across the value chain, there are different agri tech and food tech companies are working. So if you look at the food and beverage, these are the different companies are there. Okay, similarly, if you look at the periodic table of food tech companies, there are n number of companies are there in India and abroad. Okay, so a lot of scope for projects and scope for writing research papers on this. You can do a lot of case studies, and you can do a lot of empirical studies on this area. So if you check the food and supply chain landscape 2021, you can get different areas: production, quality, safety. So everywhere there are a n number of companies are there. They are solving different problems. Okay, so you can learn it. You can teach this company to the student. Ask the student to go to this company and do the live project, either primary data or secondary data. Okay. And we look at some of the specific companies. There is one company called Fasal. Some of our students are working in this company in operations and marketing, and also some of the project management role. Okay, so if you look at this company, is a Bangalore-based company. They are giving IoT mission. If you look at this mission, is they'll give to the farmers. Farmer can install, so no need to pay for entire mission. So they have to pay for rental. Okay, maybe 1 year rental, or per acre they have to pay. Maybe 5,000, 3,000. So if you look at this, they implemented for a Bangalore-based grape farms. Okay, mostly horticulture crop they are doing. So if you look at this, if you install this mission, the farmers will get in mobile phone. In the mobile phone, they'll get how much water they have to put, how much fertilizer they have to put, what time they have to put. So everything they'll get information. So olden days, the farmers take decision based on the gut feeling, experience.
So nowadays they're using this startup company called Puzzle. So if you install this product in the farm, they will get the data-driven decision. Okay, and also they'll get the any issues, anything they'll get it. So through that they can, as I mentioned in the initial stage, one of the problem with agriculture is we have to produce more output, less input. Input means water, labor, and other pesticide, other things. If you put too much fertilizer, what will happen? The fertility of land will come down, and sometimes the growth will also come down. So using this machine, nowadays the farmers, particularly Bangalore and other places, particularly horticulture crop like grape and other things, they're implementing this technology and they're taking decisions. Okay, so if possible, I'll take in the field visit, I'll take this some of the sample field in Bangalore. We'll see how they are using this one. Okay, if you look at this machine, they automatically it will get data from weather, soil moisture. So a lot of parameter will take, and the data will be processed in some cloud or Puzzle, and based after processing the cloud, it will go to the farmer's mobile app in local language. So based on this, they'll take their decision. Okay, this is one of the companies doing good in India, and also some of our students are working in this, selling this product to the farmers. Okay, explaining this product, managing this project. So all this area our students are working. So you can take this as your live project or some tie-up with some this company and apply for DST or some other funding agency. Simply if you do some experiment, you tie up with some sample experiment, sample field, and try to find out the impact of this technology on farmers' income. So like this, if you do some research, companies also, their funding agency also will be very much interested. Okay. Similarly, there is another company called Statue. This is also Bangalore-based company, but they are started London, Switzerland, and Dubai. So if you look at this company, they are tie up with banks. Okay, so like CIBIL score for loan, they are giving CIBIL score for farmers. So if you look at this, they take the land data and the satellite image data they'll take. Based on the satellite image of the farmer's data, farmer's land, it will predict what will be the fertility of land. If you give the loan, how much profit you'll get, how much yield you will get it. So all these things they're predicting data from satellite image. They're using SATS or the Sentinel data, some NASA satellite image data. So based on this, they're already implementing some of the banks in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so that kind of banks are using this startup company to give the loan to the farmers. One of the issue, the farmers not paying, some issues are they are giving. Okay, so if you look at this kind of data-driven decision used by the banks managers. Okay. Similarly, there is another company called Cropin. Some of our students are working in this one. They are giving like Amazon Web Services, like cloud services. Similarly, they're giving cloud service for the analytics companies, farmers. Okay, if you want to run some prediction or anything, they're giving. Apart from this, they're giving similar to SATS, they are giving satellite image data. There are different products out there. So one of the session, the Cropin manager will come and he will explain this entire company. Okay, I think fourth day will come. So is our student only. He will explain what are the different products and what they are doing. He will explain. Okay, so these are the companies are working on production angle of the agriculture. Similarly, there is a company called Bharat Agri. Okay, we'll get personalized recommendation. If you tie up with a company, they will take less than 1,000 rupees for soil testing. So they'll give a recommendation based on the soil, what kind of crop you have to put, how much fertilizer. So they'll give some kind of personal recommendation similar to Puzzle, but they are using different kind of processing. Okay, so they are into UP and Maharashtra. So they are also doing good. Okay, to giving recommendation. So they are focusing on any crop, but Puzzle focusing mostly on horticulture crops like grape, tomatoes, and other things. Okay, but they'll focus on rice and other products also. Similarly, there is another company called Moli. It's a food robotics. Look at the developed country, the workers availabilities are less, and also they'll charge more amount compared to India. So if you have this kind of robots, if you Google it later, so if you put some ingredient, some vegetables, some rice, some ingredient, if we click the button, it will show some what are the possible menu we can prepare based on the input. Okay, if you click OK, it will automatically prepare for you. Okay, so if you look at this kind of machines are available in personalized home. Okay, you can modify requirement. That kind of kitchens are coming, robotic kitchens are coming. Similarly, there is a Milky Mist company. Some of our students are working. Nowadays, they're using digital marketing, how to promote the product. And also they're collecting data from different stores. Accordingly, they'll put the data in the server. Based on this, they're planning the production. Okay, how much product they have to manufacture. So all these things, they're collecting data from the different modern store. That means retail, organized retail and unorganized retail. The data will be fed in the server. Accordingly, they plan the marketing budget and production budget for monthly, daily, all these things they are using.
Similarly, there is a company called Nudge Farm. Some of our students are working. They're using sustainability. Okay, different angle, retail, trade, market prediction, how much demand for the particular commodity. So all this kind of data analytics this company will do. Okay, if possible, I'll call one resource person from this company. Similarly, there is a DHAT company, agri input company. So there are a lot of analytics they'll do. What kind of agri input you have to, what are the soil testing, a lot of things they will do for agri input space. Similarly, there is AgroStar. Okay, so these are some of the companies we are closely working from IAPM, and some of our students also working in this company. So if you look at this, all the companies they're using technology, particularly AI technology, machine learning, and data analytics technology to come up with and solving the different issues of farmers. There's another company called Devera. Some of our students last year also they joined. So they're using analytics and data analytics to predict how managing the farms, cows, and the disease, all these things they are predicting. Okay. There is a Fusion lab. As I mentioned, they're using computer vision technology, small machine they use. Using this machine, we can predict the quality of the apple, quality of the particular product they are predicting. So this is a startup company. Some of our students are working. They're using computer vision technology to check the quality of fruits. There is another company called Tata Rallies. Okay, one of the division they started is digital agriculture. They are initially they are agri input company. They are now they implementing a lot of technology, particularly digital satellite technology, similar to puzzle and cropping. They are also implementing. Traditionally, this Tata Rallies is the agri input company. Now they are entering into digital technology. As I mentioned, all the companies now entering into digital space. Even though traditional agri input companies also they are entering into digital. Septo, there is another company called Septo. This is working on quick commerce, similar to Swiggy, Zomato. Also, if you open, there is something called quick commerce. Okay, the one-day delivery. Similarly, this company is also working on quick commerce using technology. There is another company called Martin. It's a Hyderabad-based company. They're working on market research, analytics on not only agriculture, other sector. One of the sector is agri and food sector. Some of our students are working in this area to develop the report on based on the data analytics. What will be the scope for the particular product? Okay, if you want to know the hydroponics, okay, in vertical gardening, all these things. What will be the scope? What will be the demand? What kind of crop you have to do? In order to do some market research, they are working on this area. Similarly, there's a ECA Plus, okay, prediction and export, what will be the export commodity. Okay, one of the program we are offering export, agriculture export. So if you look, if you want to doubling the farmers' income, one way to do is export. Okay, so these companies are working on this area. Okay, some of our students also working in this company. There is another company, Praso, Big Basket. So if you look at this recommendation, as I mentioned, 10 to 30% of Amazon they're getting from recommendation. So they similarly Amazon, they Big Basket also implementing this recommendation system. So background of this one is they're using this one, data analytics and machine learning. So another company called Blockchain. There's a TraceX, they're using blockchain. So even Kerala has a lot of Karnataka, some product they're working the traceability angle, coffee, Araku coffee and all, they're working on traceability angle. One of the issue is a fake product in India. So we can't, if we say Araku coffee or some tea, nobody believe whether really it is coming. Okay, so they are tying up with this kind of blockchain company like TraceX. Okay, they will authenticate really where it is coming. They can't change this one. So how internet has changed the world, similarly the people are predicting blockchain will change it. Initially blockchain they used for cryptocurrency. Nowadays they're using for this blockchain for this also, but this food and agriculture sector also. Even some we are trying to apply some project also. They tie up with this company. We are trying to apply for some project funded project also. Similarly, you can try with these companies and you can apply some funded projects. Similarly, there is a Ebono. It's agri food supply chain company. Okay, they are started initially in I think Uti. They have some garden. So based on the data from supply and supply from garden, another one is the demand is from retail outlet in Bangalore. So match the supply based on the demand. They will cultivate the product. They will share the data with farmers. The farmer has to plan the production based on the demand. For example, this month the Bangalore need this much product meat, so they accordingly plan the cultivation. So they'll give the demand and supply data. Based on this, they'll connect farmers and the retail outlet. So they are working on some of the this company came for a placement, but I think nobody joined. But this company working on supply chain management, managing the supply and demand. So like this, lot of scope for agri tech company. As I mentioned, there are more than 1,700 companies are there.
So a lot of big companies, small company to big company. These are the Indian-based companies. Even foreign companies also there in respect to this area. So fourth industrial revolution technology, blockchain, AI, and machine learning. If you look at the big company, agriculture, they call it as a BASF, Bayer, John Deere. These are the Monsanto, Syngenta. These are the big companies in agriculture. So if you look at these companies also, they are acquiring the small analytic company. Okay, small analytics company. They are also entering into data analytics and AI technology, because that is the feature. As I mentioned, agriculture major issue is we have to produce more output with less input. So for that, one of the solution is the technology. Okay, particularly and blockchain and machine learning technology. So they are all the startup companies are working on this area. So they're tie up with the technology and they're solving different issues of agriculture value chain. Not only farmers level, even distributor level, retail level, all the way from the agri input to the consumer level, they are solving different issues of agriculture. If you look at, there is a recent development in robotics. Okay, agriculture robotics, particularly drones. Lot of startup companies are working on drones. Even we are trying to submit some proposal on drone technology, implementing policy on drones. So if you look at this feature is a drone, not of agriculture production, pesticide. If you look at ours is plantation with tea, coffee, and that's come under plantation. If you look at this, mostly it's a hill region. It's very difficult to take the pesticide and put it in that. It will take time, but we can do it. But nowadays we can, if you use the drone, with less time we can spray the chemical for more places. Okay, so that kind of policy issues we are planning and we are trying to implement for plantation sectors. So we'll see one small video on how the AI used in the food and service industry. Then we'll go to the negative side of this fourth industrial revolution and future direction. Okay, is it okay? Up to this, are able to follow me? Is it okay? Is it okay?
Sir.
1 minute, I'll share the screen.
We're rapidly headed towards digital superintelligence that far exceeds any human. I think it's very obvious. We have 5 years. I think digital superintelligence will happen in my lifetime. 100%.
hungry.
Hello, delighted to have you in MasterCard Cafe. I'm at your service. Please pair with your MasterPass wallet and start ordering. Nice to meet you, Veronica. What would you like to order?
Can I have a beef burger?
Sure.
2 fries?
Regular or large?
Large.
All right. Anything else?
Orange juice.
Sure.
That's all.
Great. We have a promotion today. You get 1 cheesecake for $2. Would you like to add it?
How many calories?
Each cheesecake contains 90 calories, 3 grams of fat, 2 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of protein. Would you like to have it?
Okay, I'll have it.
Great. The total amount is $23.50. It will be charged to your card ending 9372. Please say approve to authorize the transaction.
Approve.
Cool. I am processing your transaction now. Your transaction is completed. Please collect your meal at the counter. Enjoy.
Thanks, Peppa.
sharing the screen. Share the screen. Yeah, so these are some of the use cases they're working on agriculture and food sector. Okay, there is something called farm bit. Okay, one of the issue in agriculture is I'll show this small video. If you look at this agriculture, as I mentioned, in India there are different issues are there. Particularly, most of the farmers in India have small land holding, and also if you look at some remote places, we don't have internet connection, and we don't have battery. That electricity also will not be there. So if you look at some of the northeast state and some places in remote region, there are issues are there. So what they have done, farm bit is a Microsoft product. Okay, so they have done some technology.
When the stakes are high at work, your tone matters. Grammarly's advanced tone suggestions can help. Because
they have done this technology.
My name is Sean Stratman, and I'm a farmer. I've been doing this a long time, and it's clear now more than ever that we need to find better ways of growing to ensure a sustainable future for farming. Water scarcity and agricultural pollution are all creating pressures that farmers around the world are feeling. We are looking to human ingenuity and technology to feed our growing population.
My background is in connectivity and battery technologies, but I grew up spending summers on our family farm in India. That foundation gives me a unique perspective in my work as a principal researcher at Microsoft. New sensor technology is a great tool in providing data on soil moisture and soil nutrients to help farmers make best use of their resources. Unfortunately, these sensor solutions can cost thousands of dollars per sensor and require many sensors to monitor a field properly. Drones and other imaging technologies can provide very useful data and allow for precise monitoring of land over time. But these devices require a high bandwidth wireless connection from the middle of the farm. To solve our connectivity problem, we utilize the unused channels for TV broadcasts, which are abundant in rural areas. This allows us to transfer large amounts of data from cameras and sensors in these remote areas to a local processor at the farm and out to the Microsoft cloud.
So I send this up, and it's taking pictures all the time.
Our big breakthrough was the integration of machine learning into the processing of imaging and ground sensor data. Through this process, the data insights are magnified. From 2 finite data points, we are able to create a detailed heat map of the farm. The farmer is able to access this map and utilize it to inform resource management and to track the effects of the inputs.
Having a greater understanding of soil conditions and how our actions affect them, it allows us to put the work in where it's needed. It's changing the way that we work with the land, and it's changing the way the land works for us.
Yeah, this is an interesting use case of farm bit by Microsoft. So if you look at, as I mentioned, the internet issues, for that they're using unused TV channel bandwidth to collect the data. And also for electricity issue, they're using balloons to collect the data. So these are some innovation. The concept in farm bit is Microsoft. Okay, so these are the various ways companies are implementing this kind of technology in rural areas, particularly remote places like in India, some particular northeast regions. Okay, later you can check it. The name is farm bit. Okay, so there are other examples. I'll skip this. Now we'll see whatever we're talking about this technology impacting in agriculture, all these things, but there are negative sides are there. For example, so this is, as I mentioned, the analytics or AI, all is based on data. Okay, when you use some of the sarcasm or some of the thing, AI can't predict. For example, if you look at this, is actually depression, but it's saying only 10%. But this is a normal space, but it's predicting a depression 90%. Because some of the sarcasm AI can't predict. And also, for example, some places robots got citizenship. Okay, but these are things are happening. Okay, for some places, if you look at this photo, this robots predict this photo, his eyes are closed, but actually his eyes are open. Because the person who developed this system, the robots, they use the data only, not Chinese people images, but maybe some other images like American images or Indian images. Because of the data issue, this image, this robots are predicted, his eyes are closed. Not because of robot issue, the data we have used is a wrong data. Similarly, if you look at the robots are creating a problem to the human, injuring humans, and some places they use robots for judging the beauty context. But the robots predicted all black skin image humans are not beautiful, but actually they are beautiful. But because of the data they used to develop the robots, only they may use white skin images, okay, white skin woman images. Because of the data, whoever come with black skin image, they predicted that particular woman are not beautiful. So as a researcher, as a faculty member, in order to manage the robots, in order to manage the system, we have to feed the right data. If you're creating any problem with the data, machine will create a lot of problems. Okay. Similarly, for anti-feminist comments are given by the Microsoft Twitter chatbots. So not because of this one, the data issues here. Okay. Similarly, for football World Cup also, EA predicted Brazil and France will go for final, but actually it's different. So all because of the data issue, the sample issues, all these things will be there. Okay. So even for this image, they predict a cow image is this much size, but actually they didn't. The system is not included some the wall. Okay. So as a researcher, we have to take care of this operational issues, sarcasm, data quality issue, what data we are feeding, and some other noise you have to cancel. Okay. So when simply put the data, and if you can't develop the AI system, there are a lot of data cleaning, data processing you have to take care. Okay. So as a researcher, we have to teach this kind of concept, and we have to take care of when you're doing the projects. So what will be the feature? So we are talking about different, this one, what will be the feature we'll discuss. Okay. So if you look at this, world is moving toward automation. A lot of automations are happening. If you look at this, future workforces will be not only humans. Okay. It will be now currently we have 58% human and 42 machines automation happening. Future it will be equal. So your student subordinates and even this one, what is work in faculty job, we have to use some kind of automation. Even some COVID time, we use online examination. There is a proctor, AI camera based online. There are some issues are there. They started using this kind of technology, automation. Feature our workforce and our colleague, not only human being, it may be robots or some systems. So how we are understanding humans, similarly you have to understand the system and the robots in order to sustain in the future market. Okay. So if you look at this, future evolution of machine become robots. As I mentioned, some of the robots like Sophia, they got citizenship in some country. Okay. Similarly, robots are coming with similar to human being. Okay. And we are converting, or we are some of the human being, they are not interacting. Some of the young generation, they become a kind of robots only. So if you look at this, currently whatever you are seeing in the world, okay, in movies. Okay, particularly there is a movie called Terminator. There is another movie called Indian something. Movies are there. So that kind of robots is not there in the world. Okay, so not even 1% of human mind are automated by the robots. So we have a lot of scope for creative jobs, creative activities like World Economic Forum. They predicted some skills. So we have to focus on this area. We have to teach this skill to our students so that they will sustain in the market. Not only agriculture sector, generally any sector, this will be the future. Okay, so whichever job done by the robots, if you develop the skill, to the student, it will be waste. Okay, so you have to develop the skill or teach the skill which is not done by the robots. Okay, so I'll skip this. So the final point here is even ChatGPT. So you are not being replaced by a robots. You are being replaced by someone who understands the robots. So in order to understand the robots, you have to understand the data. Data means videos, audios, how to use the data rightly in order to develop the robots. If you want to manage the robots or system, you have to manage the data. So if you're able to manage the data, you can able to manage the robots. Okay. So that is the key takeaway. So if you look at the word agriculture, they're moving towards digital technology. So when anything become digital, lot of data, using data, they're developing machine learning, AI, and other technology. Okay. So with this, I'll stop here. Thank you. Any question, any clarification, we'll discuss for next 20 minutes. Any question, any clarification, anything, we can discuss. Is it okay? Are you able to understand as of now? Any clarification, anything? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
I'll stop sharing the screen 1 minute. So I shared all the recorded video and also the slide. Also, I'll share it in the later part. Okay. Any question, anything we can discuss. Naveen sir is fine. Any question, anything? Any clarification? So our team will share that now. What is attendance come feedback link in our WhatsApp group or in this chat window? Already shared. Okay, fine. So you have to fill this. Okay, the attendance you have to fill it. Okay, it's a feedback plus come attendance. So based on this, please understand. I'll share the PPT or another PPT. So I'll. Here, you need compulsory attendance of 80%. 80% maximum, you can miss 2 to 3 sessions maximum. Okay, so if you complete 80, you will get 10 marks. Okay, out of 100 marks, you will get 10 marks. And end of this online session, you will get one MCQ test. So today's session will get some 5 questions. Tomorrow's session will get some 5 questions. So almost 30 to 25 questions will come for MCQ test. Okay. So for that, you'll get 10 marks, and one more MCQ will come for offline session. Okay, end of offline session will get it, and 2 articles I'll share. Okay, you have to read the article as a team. You have to submit the report. Okay, that carries 30 marks. Okay, and the teaching practice, you have to, each team has to select one topic, and while coming your presentation, physical presentation, you have to present. Okay, that will evaluate individually and they'll give 15 marks. And industry, we see based on the industry team, you have to submit one report. Okay, 10 marks. Okay, so this 2-page will give one format. Okay, reflection journal based on this workshop for 2 weeks. What will be key learning? How will you implement? Okay, there will get 15 marks. So this is the part of 100 marks. Based on these marks, if you're getting 70 marks, you have to minimum you have to get 70 marks. Then you will get certificate. If you're getting a 90 and above, you'll get certificate with a distinction. It's given by AICTE itself. Online, they'll give the mark. Once you upload, we upload the mark, you'll get the certificate. So before getting the certificate, you have to fill the one more time in the online feedback form in that Atal website. Okay. So this is the thing, and I'll share one more link. Okay. So that link based on the team formation. Already we formed the team, but you segregate the team into different groups. Okay. I'll share that link now. Feedback link I already shared, the team formation link I'll share. Share this document. Here, this is the team. Already we formed the team. Wherever whoever get one number, you type the names here. Okay, so this link will share it. Already is there in the Excel file, but you can just copy paste the name here. Okay, so this will be, anybody can edit this Google sheet. Okay, so whoever get one number, you have to type. Maybe 5 to 6 people will come. Whoever get the 2 number, you have to type the names here. Okay, names 3 number, you have to type the names here. Okay, I'll share the link. So PPT, all the PPT recorded video will share it in the end of the session. All the everything once complete, we'll share everything. Okay, recorded video will share it as soon as possible. We have to upload it in YouTube and we'll share. And any other clarification, anything? Any other discussion, any doubt, anything? We have another 15 minutes. Is there any clarification, anything? Let us know. Is it okay? Are able to understand? Next tomorrow session, as per the schedule, you always look at the brochure. As per the schedule, tomorrow we'll talk about the this one. What is this? I'll check this slide. Tomorrow will be agribusiness strategy and transformation in the age of digital agriculture. Then they'll talk about national educational policy and implementation. Okay. So as per this is the schedule is not prepared by me. This is given by the AICTE Atal itself. Okay. So we'll follow as it is. We'll not use any other format. We'll follow, but a small modification. Content will be same, but some modification will be. But the content will be same, but maybe you shift some content to here and there, but we'll inform you. Everything will inform. Okay. Any doubt, anything? Is it okay? Are able to learn something today? Okay. Okay, sir, Kumar sir, fine. Any other doubt? Is it okay? Thank you, sir, Kumar sir. Any doubt, anything? Let us know. And please, my kind request is please join on time because today is okay. We have started 10 minutes late. And try to join 7 o'clock. We'll try to complete on time 9:30. And tomorrow some external resource person will come. Try to join on time. Okay. And same process. Okay. First session will start at 7 to 7:50, 10 minutes break, and then 8 to 8:50 to we'll stop second session. Then 8:50 to 9 o'clock we'll take break. Then 9 to 9:30 discussion. Any clarification, anything. If you have any doubt, we can discuss. This is the schedule given by the AC. Okay, sir. Rogan, sir. Okay. Rajesh, sir. Fine. So try to be on time, sir. Everybody, please. I request because we have to follow the timing also. Okay. And I'll share this the link. What is this? Team formation link. Already I've shared that team numbers and the Google sheet I'll share. So please type these names in the sheet here. The same thing will our team will share it in the WhatsApp group also. Any doubt, anything? Is it okay? I think they've given some time for discussion. Any doubt, anything? You can ask some questions if you want. I don't know. This is the timing given by AICT only. So it's our time only 9:30. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Sanders. We'll upload this video in YouTube and we'll share the link with you. The PPT, all the material will consolidate. I'll share with you later. Wait on the link. I put it. I share. Only share to us. And I'll share that format for article writing, format for reflection. There are still we have time. Okay, anyway, I'll share all the format, and our team will share the link for submission. Okay, you have to everything you have to submit it online only. So we'll see. I share everything. So next up to Saturday we have only online session. Next Monday 30th onwards you have to come to IAPM. Okay, while coming you have to bring laptops. Okay, that will be hands-on session. And third day, no need of laptop. Not third day, fourth day. You have to go for industry visit. Except fourth day, remaining days, better you can bring laptop. Third day, also teaching practice. You have to prepare some PPT. Okay. So accordingly, you have to present. It's a certificate given by AICT only. After directly they'll give. It's a useful certificate. Can use it for CES and other. But you have to get minimum, I think, 70 marks. 90 marks for distinction, 70 marks you have to get. Consolidated, you have to get 10 marks for attendance, 15 marks for some other thing like this. It is there in the brochure also. Check it one more time. If you want, we can put it one more time in the group. Okay, that evaluation sheet. Okay. So is it possible? Can you switch on your camera? We'll take one photo. We'll record it at least. Okay, we have to submit it online. Is it possible? Huh? Just 1 minute, you can open your camera so that we can take one photo. Then after that, we'll find out. Is it possible? Just switch on your camera so that we can take the photo. Are you able to? I'm audible to everyone? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please, just 1 second, you can open so that we will take a record. What happened, sir, Rajesh, sir?
The host has disabled it.
1 minute. 1 minute. Is it now? It's fine. Can you try now? Yes. Thank you. We'll take one screenshot. So we have to give through AICT. That is a norm. They are using a lot of documents. I can see some. Yes, manual. Now it's anyway, please come to IAPM, sir, next week. We'll have physical session. Some of students also attending, our students. Some of the content they already. Now try, sir, Rajesh sir. Now you try.
Sir, I am trying, but it is not opening.
Okay. Fine, sir.
I am in online only, sir.
Okay, fine, sir. Yes, sir. I think thank you. You can switch up. Tomorrow, what we'll do is tomorrow there will be a professor from BIT University, Professor Sivakumar. We'll talk about the digitalization of agriculture plus a new education policy. Okay. So please come on time. Maybe exactly 7 o'clock we'll start. Maybe 5 minutes. Maybe we'll wait after that we'll start. Okay. And fine. Anything else? Any doubt? Anything? Fine, sir. Hemant, sir. Next day we'll try. Possible any question you can ask. We still have some time.
Sir, you told agriculture, the blockchain technology, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the movement of agriculture product, it is okay. But when they are carrying, so they can change, in between the goods. Suppose if they are bringing from Assam coffee pudi.
Yes, sir.
In between, many things will happen, sir.
That is sir. Some operational issues are there. So some of the companies are working, as you said. Even if you look at they are using some barcode or some kind of logo. Even they change the packet, they put some other thing. It's create problem. But so that are they are using some kind of what is this seal. It is not tampered. They are using, but still, as you mentioned, some issues are there. If you change the bag. A lot of issues are the blockchain, but compared to normal way of managing this traceability, blockchain is better. But still, there are some loopholes. Are there? Still, some companies are addressing the issue, like using the tamper-proof seals and other things. But still, some issues are there. As you mentioned, some issues are there. Still, some companies are working on these areas.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Fine, madam. Look, madam, fine. No issue. Any other doubt, sir? Any other doubt? Anybody? Yes, sir. Chandrakant, sir, any issue? Any doubt? Anything can discuss? Another 10 minutes are there. If you have any, still can discuss. I think something you learn. I think some of the students they already saw this PPT, but some of the content I have updated. It's fine, but other people it will be new for us. Any doubt? Any other clarification? Anything? See, please join without fail online because attendance is very, very important. Without attendance, we can't help. So that the feedback on this attendance in Google form also, we have to submit online. So when you submit, we can see that timing also. If you're submitting 2 hours, 3 hours late, or 1 day late, we not consider. So you have to submit online. The feedback form you have to submit online. That is for everybody. Any other doubt? Anything? Okay. Fine. I think I will close this and tomorrow we'll meet at 7 o'clock. The same link you have to use it. There is we're not changing the link. Same link you have to join. Okay. And anything, any update or anything, we'll put it in the WhatsApp group. Okay. And if you have any doubt or anything, directly call us. There is a number is there in the brochure. You can directly call us. Okay. And we'll stop here and we'll meet tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.